Hello everyone, it's your favorite night owl here, out on this unfortunately sunny day, listening to the crackling of the leaves beneath foot. Absolutely fantastic. We have over here this little pumpkin thing that I made. Made 3 of them out of some scrap fencing I had just lying around. Fantastic. There wasn't enough to give them all a full floor, so I took a bit of a half measure there. The plan was simple: stick a bunch of candy in it, and hopefully just the sheer volume of candy would keep it held in. Although it looks like I'm just going to have to fill it with full bars. I don't think anyone will complain. Fantastic. It's currently unfinished without stain, right on here, but well sanded down. So, decide what to do with those after the fact. Alrighty then. Before we get started, like, share, and subscribe. And, well, it is a rather interesting day. The wind's picking up. It's my favorite holiday of the year, Halloween, and I got plenty to do today. I'm going to be baking some chocolate chip cookies in order to, well, enjoy after dinner. Fantastic. Chocolate chip cookies are the best cookie on the face of the planet. Fantastic. Alrighty then. Feel the wind. We're out here in the backyard, which has gotten a bit overgrown, but since it was so late in the season, moved that, went set back here, swing set, just to enjoy the weather. I was kind of hoping to see, because we had a bunch of lizards. Oh, look, there's one running around here. Now, there has been a rather significant delay. 2 of them there. They're all over the place. Fantastic. Now, there's been a rather decently long delay since I last put up a video. I do love the sound of walking through leaves in the fall. Well, that is due to some unfortunate circumstances which have cropped on up. I apologize for any shaky cam as well. Of course, everything here is shot by hand. We have some trees here I downed with the camp axe to be processed into firewood. Although I'm a bit behind, as you can tell, as they've, well, gotten a chance to really dry out. Moving on over here, we do have some property exploration videos coming on up. That is going to be loud. Alrighty then. We have a lot of interesting stuff. That is the gates right there to a field of forested memories. Yes, a lot of stuff happened in there, and that's going to be the property, as I got permission from the property owner to explore. I remember spending much of my youth wandering around in those woods. Fantastic. Alrighty then. It looks like we got some cloud cover coming on in, and we have this update right here with this wonderful, some sort of lily. At least I believe it was. That would have to be a question to my younger brother. We do got some wood projects coming up. In fact, let's hop on over to the table saw I found buried in the back of the garage. Fantastic. Alrighty then, this is the table saw found buried in the back. Did do a little cleanup. Went ahead and used it to make those little pumpkin things with the box. Fantastic. Let's move these aside, as I should have come in here to clean it up. Now, its top does need to be refinished, although it seems to have all the parts, and everything seemed to work. I gave it a rather decent wipe down, but just found this buried and asked could it be used, and, well, it was, so got to it. Now, the garage is a bit of a mess, so I ain't gonna really do a walk around because there's like 4 people constantly trying to shove stuff in here. And there's also stuff from 4 people who've never returned, say they plan to never come get the stuff, but for some reason the other people still here want to keep it just in case sometime, decades from now, when everyone's forgotten about it, they will decide to return for it. Oh dear. Alrighty then. Pass by that engine hoist. A lot of memories in this garage with projects. In fact, one of the projects, oops, I just we have this generator here, which we will be restoring. Fantastic. Don't know if that's going to be a video, though. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how things go. I'm going to need to check on those cookies really, really soon. Fantastic. Alrighty then, I apologize for the background noise of that fan, although it is necessary for bringing out. Well, thank you. There's still another fan, but we're stuck with that due to the fact that the kitchen needs to be vented of all this heat. We will be cooking. See, I told you, I baked these nice little old cookies here. And they're looking pretty good. First batch of 6, only making about 12. They came in a pre-packaged set. We are not sponsored by any brand names that may or may not be mentioned within this video. Alrighty then. These did come in pre-packaged. In fact, what was the pre-package? I cannot recall. Moving on, we do have it on this old cooking tray. This has been around a very long time. They were Toll House Chocolate Chip Lovers pack. Once again, we are not sponsored by any brand names that may or may not be mentioned within this video. Alrighty then. This tray has been around for quite some time. In fact, my grandmother was using it when I was just a wee little lad. Unfortunately, running into a lot of the harsh realities of the world. Actually, this is actually from when my grandmother was younger. This thing has been around a long time. Just shows if you take care of your kitchenware how long it will last, generally, if it's well made. Now, these cookies look really good, and I would like to sit here and eat all of them, but I must share, unfortunately. Let's move back on to discussing other projects. Alrighty then, I do apologize for any background noise. The wind has picked up a tiny bit more, and there are a few neighbors seeking to get some last-minute yard work in. Absolutely fantastic. We have here some drawn pumpkins. This was part of the project today. A number of us had gotten a bit on the lazy side, and, well, decided not to just flat-out carve them. And there's the other 2 of those pumpkin things. Now, this deck has unfortunately seen quite better days. We're going to be rebuilding that fairly soon. That's probably going to end up as a video if we can get the wood together for it. Alrighty then. Moving on back. Got these little pillars that the pumpkins will eventually be set on, as some last minute work ourselves needs to be done. Got some stonework there. Got some rocks there as well. Fantastic. Alrighty then. Moving on, we have finished out the gardening season. Ooh, look at that glare. We have here what was left of the garden attempt this year, which kind of fell through. Things got a little bit hectic and busy in general, so not as much care as should have been put into it was. Although we do have rather something interesting over here. We have here a plant, I think it was a cucumber plant, and it is growing up the side of the dog pen. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I had brought some pallets back to the house in order to process them to make into boards so I could make some serving trays. So, well, unfortunately, one of the tools decided to go. Alrighty then, we are back. We have here, give you a little taste, as we've stepped through the gates into a rather overgrown property. There was an attempt to build a large grill that just kind of been left out here to rot, as well as a large pine tree, which I used to climb when I was younger. Ooh, I do enjoy the sound of the crunching beneath my feet, although it might get a bit loud for the video. Stepping on in, there's plenty of deer trails to follow. In fact, there's one particularly long one back there. Moving on, there's actually a couple abandoned boats back in here as well. Ooh, that might be loud. Gotta watch your step. It can be quite hazardous to, well, walk in overgrown environments. Snakes are a thing. You could also trip. Also, you have to pay attention to where you're going, unless you want to get lost. And that, no one likes. Although, I guess there's some who deliberately go get lost, but, you know, well, I'm not particularly interested in that. I enjoy my civilization. Alrighty then. Although I do rather prefer being out in the woods. I have to correct myself there. As well, I enjoy the simplicity of it, and I'm fairly capable and knowledgeable myself. Although there are a number of individuals who go out there without that innate knowledge or experience, thinking that a couple of books is good enough. Although not always the case. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, it runs a decent ways. And there's all kinds of stuff back in there we'll be checking out during that video. I'd like to thank everyone for their time. Like, share, and subscribe. We got a lot of fun stuff on the way. We do have that downed locust tree. And a little setup back there. A makeshift seat I set up when I was working back here. Just some cinder blocks stacked up with a 2x6 set atop. Fantastic. There's also some chicken wire I've been looking for back here as well. Guess it's a good thing I decided to take this walk and shoot this video. Fantastic. Well, like I said, like, share, and subscribe, and I do thank everyone, and have a safe and pleasant holidays, even when it's on rather unfortunately sunny days. Alrighty then. Like, share, and subscribe. See everyone around.